Welcome to day 5 of the daily Authority Hacker podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the secret to scaling link building. It's not really a secret. We've been talking about it for years, actually. Cross-niching is what it is. By the way, if you like this format, if you've enjoyed it this week, please go to our YouTube channel. Find the video, find this one, leave us a comment, tell us, do you like this? Do you want us to do this kind of format, this daily Monday to Friday show more frequently? Because next week we're going back to our usual style, I think. Depends how this goes. And so like if you like this, we'll do more of it, but you got to tell us. Otherwise we're just shooting blind here. So without any more fluffy intros, we are going to get into the meat and bones of this, which is cross-niching. So cross-niching is when you pick another niche and you find a way to connect it to your own niche for link building purposes. So if I am in a specific niche, I may think, oh, I've actually reached out to every paintball site there is. There's no one else I can reach out to. They've all said yes or no, so I can't do any more link building, right? Well, no, because you can go much further. You can go to other niches beyond that, and you can establish a way of bridging their topic to your topic. And I'm gonna go through a bunch of examples in just a sec, so don't worry. This can be done on almost any niche in the world, to almost any other niche in the world. You just have to be creative enough, and you just have to try. It also works with, it really works well with guest posting. It also works with Skyscraper. It also works with like organic link building content. So if you're just building info content with the idea of attracting links, you can start attracting links from other niches. It works really well with expert roundups as well. If you're doing kind of like the link bait, any link bait ideas, and honestly, just about any other link building tactic, this will work. So I have a couple examples. I do have a paintball example, but I'll get to that later. The first one is a ski travel website. And I picked this one because travel, we're in the middle of coronavirus, not very hot right now. It's also very difficult to build links in the travel space because every travel blogger will charge you a fortune for it. If you don't pay for links, you're probably not doing much link building in the travel niche space anyway. But it's also quite a small subset of that. Skiing, so ski travel. So I'm going to go through a bunch of other niches, and I'm going to tell you how to bridge the gap between ski travel and that niche. So the first one is pets. So we can outreach to pet sites, get a guest post, and we can write about how to bring, or can you bring your dog on a ski trip? Does the ski place have doggy daycare? Like, how does that work? Do ski chalets allow you to bring your dog? Can dogs go on the snow? Useful information if you have a dog and you like skiing. Next one is photography. So how do you take good photos while you're skiing? There's a lot of fast movement if someone's skiing downhill. There's also a lot of light coming off the snow, so there's different kind of factors to consider there. Next one is fitness. For anyone who's been on like a 1 or 2 week ski vacation, it's quite physically tough like the first time you do it if you're not in particularly good shape. So there's a lot of things you can do to kind of like prepare for that. Perhaps you outreach to some fitness sites and talk about some training programs you can do for something like that at home, or maybe afterwards to recover. You can outreach to parenting sites with a guest post topic of, can you bring your kids on a ski vacation? How to get your kids into skiing? How old should my kids be when they come skiing with me? How does ski school work? You can go into the tech space as well and maybe talk about like gear to listen to music while you're skiing, because if you just have normal earphones, they'll blow away. So maybe you need some over-ear ones, or maybe ones that keep your ears warm as well. Or gloves that let you use the touchscreen on your phone, because that ain't happening in a regular ski glove. If you're going on a European ski trip, maybe you can reach out to sites talking about fine wines and do some kind of guest post or piece of content where you talk about like good wines to try while you're skiing in the French Alps, say, good French wines. You could outreach to a site which reviews bags and talk about luggage for ski trips. You could outreach to a beauty site and talk about how to keep your skin dry, because at altitude in ski resorts, people get like their lips get kind of really dry. Their skin also gets really dry because there's not much moisture in the air. tends to be far away from the ocean. So you can write content about that. Fashion as well, fashionable ski clothing that doesn't look like it's from the 1980s. Whatever niche you pick, you can, not always, but 90% of the time, 90+% of the time, you can find a way to connect the two, and you can create many more prospects, many more opportunities. And just for the sake of things, because we love paintball on this channel, I'm going to go through some paintball ideas as well. So photography and paintball, like how to do that safely, how to catch the speed and not mess up the game while you're trying to take photos. Fitness, it could be breathing exercises to help you stay calm so your mask doesn't fog up, which is a problem that most beginners face in paintball. Could be travel, like places to go for a paintball vacation. That is a thing. Or how to travel with your paintball marker on a plane. You obviously can't take that hand luggage. Can you check it in? What do you need to do with the airline? That kind of thing. Here's a crazy one: dating, online date, not online. It's kind of like not an online thing, but you could talk about a list of unusual
social distancing dates.
Unusual first dates, paintball, cooking. So best food to give you energy for paintball. Maybe that one's a bit of a stretch. I don't know. Parenting, again, how old can parents be? How old should kids be when they learn paintball? My point with all of this is just to open your guys' mind a little bit more. So you're not just focused on your initial niche, and you're thinking of all the other possibilities out there for how you can generate link building opportunities. It's a big mental shift. As I said, there's almost always a way to connect one niche to the other. You just have to ask yourself, how can I do it? And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, do you think cross-niche links are as good as links from your niche?
No, not quite as good, but still very, very good. They help you build your overall domain authority really, really well. Of course, the more relevant a link is, the better. But it's still a very, very core part, I think, of link building, and it moves the needle significantly. Especially,
can you overdo it? Like, do you think you can overdo this?
Potentially.
Like if all your link building is that?
No, I don't. I don't think you can overdo that because it's all relevant content, right?
Yeah, I know, but if you want to really be seen as an authority by Google in your niche, you kind of need to hit all the sites in your niche.
Okay, but I'm not saying do this instead of that. I'm saying do this in addition to that.
But you know what's going to happen when we share that.
You may get to a point where people are, they have 5% of their links from sites which have anything to do with their own niche, and then 95% from other sites from doing this kind of stuff so often. Of course, that's not going to be effective as having 100% of your links on topic, but you're probably going to max out your niche at some point. In terms of the number of links or number of people you can outreach to, unless you're in like health or something like that, which seems to be unlimited number of health bloggers out there. But even then, like when we were working on that health site a lot, it was like, capping out a bit in some spaces. So we'd like go branch over to like psychology and all these other like home office kind of stuff, and which were sort of tangential to it.
Yeah, I still think you can't overdo this. People will overdo this, and I think it's like it could be like half your link building or something. It could be a large section of it.
Oh, easily 70%, no problem. Yeah.
But it's like I still would want some real relevant links. I think it's like once you've established a bed of relevant links, then you can go all in almost. But I would try to get some in my niche as well, and it's I think that like for a new site, etc., you get a much more bigger boost if you get from your niche. But you got to understand what's realistic as well.
The problem is as well with a new site. Like if you're not very good at outreach, say this is your first site.
Yeah, it's hard if you're in finance
and you're in a small niche that like charges money and is like very strict about who they link to or whatever. Like it's hard to get like on topic, on niche links from those sites. So you sometimes have to start broader and then later come back to on niche.
So I guess that's the question, right? Would you rather 20 cross niche links or 5 niche relevant links? Let's say it's 4 times harder to get.
Yeah, good question. Probably something close to that would be about the equilibrium, like 1 to 4 maybe is the
something
ratio.
like that, right?
But again, it really depends. If one of those off-topic things is, you know, I think like Psychology Today, I think that's a magazine. It's probably very high DR. Then for sure I'd want that one versus a DR50, DR20 paintball. You know, range.
I think Charles found that as well. Like he found that like these really big generic sites with really, really high DR tend to massively boost your rankings when you get links from them. So it kind of makes sense.
But if you're comparing apples to apples, like 5 DR50 paintball sites versus 20 DR50 links in all the other categories, I still think I would choose probably the 5 paintball sites if they're exactly the same. You know, I know that's never going to be exact, but I would probably choose that. Would I go for 1 to 6, 1 to 7 ratio like that? And then things maybe start going the other way.
I'll go for 2 paintball links and 10 cross niche links.
Yeah.
Probably. Like, you know what I mean? Like for the same level of resources.
Which is exactly what we're saying.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up here. That is Cross Niching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, we are on YouTube, and drop us a comment below. This is the last podcast of this series. Next week we might go back to normal format or not. If this explodes, then sure, we'll do more of this.
Yeah, so please guys, I know everyone says, oh, leave us a comment, but like really, you have to go on the YouTube channel. Put in a comment, tell us if you like it or not, because we don't know. It's just me and Gael speaking to a camera.
We
can't hear you. We can't hear you.
So yeah, drop us a comment and tell us if you want this format or if you want the old format back. Drop us a like and a subscribe while you're there. You know, it just costs 2 extra clicks and it kind of helps us. You can find us on the audio platforms as well. We wish you a good weekend. We'll see you next week on Monday at least, or maybe every day, depends on you. Have a good day. Bye.